Here I make a Krabby Patty.
First bun, then patty, followed by ketchup, mustard, and pickles. Extra onions, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and bun. In that order.
You might be asking what's in the patty. According to the producer, there's no meat.
There's no meat in the Krabby Patty. There's no animal product in there.
Vegetarian.
So it's just a veggie patty. Here's how you can make it. From SpongeBob. Squidward being a squid. Let's add some squid ink. Lemonade. So yeah, it works. Here's how you can make
Triple gooberberry sunrise.
from SpongeBob. Let's split open a banana and snap it in two. Grab a skewer or a toothpick and slide it in both ends, and on top let's add a maraschino cherry. In a serving bowl, let's scoop in some vanilla ice cream. You'll need a lot of it and shape it to form a head. Then stab in our bananas and cherries. And for the eyeballs, I'm using Skittles. Don't forget about the chocolate hair. And for the mouth, I'm using licorice. That's pretty much it.
Now you're talking!
This guy looks like he's dying. Blasted in his head. He's oozing out from his brain. It's a regular sundae. It's a nice touch with the Skittles. Here's how you can make
Chum burger right here!
from SpongeBob. Apparently chum is basically fish guts, eyeballs, and blood, everything you would use in fish bait, but that's why nobody wants to go to the chum bucket. So I'm teaching Plankton a new chum recipe. This has sand, ginger, turmeric, and garlic paste, parsley, bell pepper, furikake, salt and pepper, and panko breadcrumbs.
Big Johnny will eat anything!
Have a chum burger, Johnny, sir! Go on, sir. Tell your buddies what you think! Go on, sir. Tell your buddies what you think!
Okay, people are slacking on the chum bucket. If Plankton uses this recipe, he doesn't need the secret formula anymore. I think this is better than the Krabby Patty, because at least in this you use actual meat. Unlike the Krabby Patty, we learned that it was just a veggie patty. It's basically like a nice salmon burger. Plankton needs to get off the fish guts and the eyeballs and the blood. Ain't nobody eating that right now. I'm giving this maybe a 8.4 out of 10. Here's how you can make
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza absolutely.
from SpongeBob.
First bun, then patty, followed by ketchup, mustard, pickles, extra lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and bun. In that order.
I smell a lot of mustard, man.
Alright, salute. Cheers.
It's actually not bad once you taste the cheese.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought the mustard would have been overpowering, but it really isn't.
Initially, it is a lot of mustard and pickles, but then cheese kind of melts it out.
Yeah. But it shows an interesting touch with the bread being put on top. It gives it a nice crunch.
Okay, out of 10, what is this? I think 7's pushing it. I was going to go for around a 6.2, maybe like a 5.8. Okay, but would you put this on the menu?
No. Sorry.
Here's how you can make
Chum nuggets.
from SpongeBob.
That certainly is chum.
For those who don't know, chum is basically supposed to be fish guts. I ain't trying to eat fish guts, so I'm basically using some good old salmon, ginger, turmeric, and garlic paste, parsley, furikake, Thai peppers, and some mayo. Blend that up, mold them into little nuggets. Now put in flour, egg wash, and breadcrumbs, and deep fry at around 375 degrees until they're nice and golden brown. Last time I made the chum burger, which was on point, so I basically used the same recipe. It kind of reminds me of a mix between salmon cake and fish stick. It's not bad. I don't know, I think Plankton should just stick to the chum burger because that's top tier. It might even be a bit better than the Krabby Patty itself, but this, I don't know, maybe it needs like hot sauce. It's like, or a little chili sauce on top. Okay, now it's a bit better. It definitely needs some sort of dipping sauce. If I was Plankton, I wouldn't put this on the menu yet. I think it needs a bit of tweaking. I'd give this a 7.1 out of 10. Here's how you can make
Kelp shake.
from SpongeBob. I found some kelp at my local Asian supermarket. It's basically a type of seaweed. It smells like the sea. It almost smells like caviar because that has the same smell too. Quite salty. I'm not going to put all of it in. I'm probably just going to put one in a blender. And I'm going to throw tomatoes, some spinach, or some extra green. And for the base, I'm going to use some fresh coconut water. What the hell?
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
Finally! Oh, my arm!
Okay, so I'm hoping I don't taste any of the kelp. Oh, that's salty. It's not bad.
Oh.
Oh, you don't taste the kelp?
Joey. Hey.
Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah, for a split second it's okay. You taste a bit of the mango and the coconut water, and that saltiness just comes in your mouth. I don't know, maybe the people of Bikini Bottom have different taste buds. I think they were born in the salt water, so it's normal for them. Little anchovies. Or they are anchovies. If you had to rate this out of 10, what would you give it?
Yeah, negatives, 2.2, you know.
I'm gonna have to give this maybe a... No, not a negative. Like, it's okay for a split second, so that counts for something. I'm gonna give this a 1.8 out of 10.
Just say 0 at this point.
Alright, boy, it's done. You're gonna suck the whole cup down your gullet if you're not careful.
Here's how you can make
Holographic meatloaf.
from SpongeBob.
My favorite.
So I didn't grow up eating meatloaf, but I always saw it on TV, and it didn't look like it was the most appetizing meal. I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to taste like. It basically seems to be beef with whatever spices you want, and to that I'll add some onions, breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and some milk. And I'm going to give this a mix. I want to spice this up just a bit, so I'll add some green Thai chili peppers. And then you want to put this in a greased up baking dish. Also, I just realized why it's called meatloaf, because you're baking this in a bread loaf dish. I don't know if anybody else just figured that out now, but that's new to me. And on top, you're supposed to be adding some sort of sauce. Apparently, it's a mixture of brown sugar, mustard, and ketchup, but obviously I'm not using ketchup because it's the worst condiment known to man, so I'm just gonna use some hot sauce. I'm just gonna give this a mix and then spread it across the meatloaf. And then in the oven it goes at 350 for about an hour. I don't even know how to attack this thing. It's basically ground beef, so I honestly don't know what I'm expecting. Okay, the flavor is alright, but I'm not too fond of the texture. It's a bit too mushy. It's almost like baby food. I don't know what Plankton is doing, man. This guy's dying with this chum burger and now meatloaf. He needs to step it up. I'm giving this maybe a 5.7 out of 10. I think what I'm going to do is cook this a bit more on the stovetop just so it can turn a bit more crispy. Pretty much like how we do it in Pakistan where you make keema, so it's really just cooked throughout and it's in little pieces. It's not really jam-packed like this.
The little pill with a big story.
Oh.